Today, we're unpacking South Korean President Lee Jae-myung's first White House summit with U.S. President Donald Trump in Washington. The meeting comes as Russia's war in Ukraine grinds on, and Moscow-Pyongyang cooperation deepens, complicating Seoul's security and economic calculus. President Lee was inaugurated on June 4th after a turbulent political period at home. He arrived in Washington on Sunday, with the summit scheduled at the White House Tuesday. Lee has emphasized maintaining dialogue with Pyongyang, famously arguing that peace is better than war, while shoring up the U.S. alliance. Analysts anticipate the agenda to center on the alliance's future structure and costs, North Korea, and a new economic package, with additional attention to how the alliance fits a broader China-focused U.S. posture. U.S. and Korean press previews also highlight 28,500 U.S. troops in South Korea and potential pressure from Washington for higher Korean contributions. Think tank briefings tied to the visit stress that North Korea-Russia cooperation, including transfers of ammunition, is affecting both Europe's war and the Korean peninsula. RUSI estimates North Korea may have supplied millions of artillery rounds to Russia. CSIS has likewise flagged the flow of munitions and Russia's reliance on external suppliers. Expect Lee and Trump to discuss how Seoul can back wider efforts for Ukraine. The summit is expected to cement a July trade arrangement. The U.S. would set a 15% tariff, down from a floated 25%, on certain South Korean goods, while Seoul would purchase roughly $100 billion in U.S. energy and invest roughly $350 billion in the U.S. economy, numbers widely repeated in summit previews. Also, look for more Korean corporate investment headlines tied to chips, batteries, shipbuilding, cutting-edge technologies, and critical minerals. Washington is poised to push Seoul to boost its host nation support well beyond the $1 billion plus South Korea already pays under the current multi-year Special Measures Agreement, SMA. There's also active debate in D.C. about retasking U.S. forces Korea for a broader regional mission that includes deterring China, while Korean forces hold more of the day-to-day deterrence against Pyongyang. Any such shift would be delicate for Seoul, given past Chinese economic retaliation over security moves. South Korea already spends about 2.6% of GDP on defense, one of the highest in East Asia, and hosts around 28,500 U.S. troops. North Korea has conducted 100-plus missile launches since 2022, and further provocations, up to and including another nuclear test, remain a risk if Pyongyang reads new alliance steps as threatening. This first Lee-Trump summit is a calibration moment. Lock in an economic bargain, clarify cost-sharing and U.S. force roles, and coordinate on Ukraine while keeping a volatile North Korea in check. How both sides square short-term deals with long-term strategy will shape the alliance and the region in the months ahead.